quarterbacks. J.J. McCarthy is the only quarterback from last year's stellar class who has yet to take a regular season snap. He'll do that Monday in Chicago. We've heard a lot of noise about McCarthy, a lot of negative, some positive, but TJ Hawkinson has chimed in saying he sees a little bit of Kirk Cousins and Matthew Stafford in McCarthy. Wow.
I don't.
You don't see it at all?
No. I have no idea what I'm getting. I'm not saying this is Mahomes to the Chiefs, but to be able to get an elite left tackle, Justin Jefferson, a brilliant offensive coach, a revamped offensive line, the best defensive coordinator in the sport, that is your opening year starting in the NFL. Now, it may not be as good as Mahomes, who got Kelsey, Tyreek, Reed, and a mentor. But if you're looking at a comp with Mahomes that got the coach, the protection, the weapon.
Were they drafted almost the same spot? I think Mahomes was like 10. McCarthy was right around there. Oh.
Yeah, my take on him is if he's not capable, if I don't get like 20 of 28, it's a warning sign. This is keys to the Mercedes. Don't run it into the local tree.
Well,
it's made to win.
Let's slow your roll. Remember, they had to just go get Adam Thielen because their receiving core was so decimated. So expect
Jordan Addison's coming back.
He is coming back, but expect a lot of bracketing of Justin Jefferson in the opener, maybe straight up double team.
This Viking roster, top to bottom, top 5.
It's good.
Top 5 or 6.
In the NFC or in the league?
No, I mean, I don't think it's Baltimore. I don't think it's Philadelphia. And then you can argue it is Detroit.
So and maybe we'll do this tomorrow, if you stack the skill position guys, Vikings versus Bears, I think the Bears probably have them by an edge, Colin.
Yeah, but if you go O-line,
yes,
and if you go proven offensive coach,
the Bears got Tooney. They've got the guy from the Chiefs.
Well,
right?
let's see real game footage.
Let's see an All-Pro with the Bears.
No, the Bears O-line is improved, but I think Brian Flores is like Matt Patricia at Ohio State. I think Brian Flores is a secret sauce in that game.
Who you got, Kevin O'Connell or Ben Johnson, if you're hiring tomorrow?
Well, I would hire Kevin because I know what he can do.
Well, wait, neither has a playoff win, so.
Well, one guy. How many of the games did Minnesota win last year?
A lot. I think it was 14,
Ben's
13.
never won a single game in the NFL as a head coach.
So don't sleep on how special Kirk Cousins, how great Kirk Cousins actually was. If he was actually with Kevin O'Connell and the Minnesota Vikings a decade earlier, his career would have unfolded significantly differently. But that's a conversation for another time. But with J.J. McCarthy, I understand what Colin is saying because this is a great team and a great spot. And out of all the play, think about Brace going to the Carolina Panthers, right? I mean, think about that. Think about going to the Jacksonville Jaguars with Urban Meyer. What even is that? Seriously, what is going to the Washington Commanders or the Washington football team with Ron, Riverboat Ron, it's there are some really bad situations over the years that you could find yourself in. Okay. It can get rough out there. Rough. All right. That's not what J.J. McCarthy found himself in with the Minnesota Vikings. You have true pieces around you. You got an awesome defense with an awesome coordinator and an awesome offensive coach who fundamentally to his core understands the quarterback position, right? And is also just a good person, not one of those coaches that's super hard-nosed and you're well, he's a great coach and he's brilliant, but his personality, you have to understand how to navigate it. No, that's not how Kevin Unnell is. Kevin Unnell is the type of coach who will get along with anyone. So it's you literally went to an awesome situation. Now, here's the thing where I'll draw the line about Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, in that whole situation. That was Patrick Mahomes. Okay. I do think that Patrick Mahomes went to arguably the greatest situation that any quarterback could have ever gone to, but Patrick Mahomes is still brilliant and still great. And so If we saw Patrick Mahomes do that with an unbelievable situation, we have to leave room for J.J. McCarthy to not be Patrick Mahomes, okay? And J.J. McCarthy can still be special. He can still be great. He can still be awesome. He can still have an unbelievable career. But I just don't think we have to say, listen, man, look what Patrick Mahomes did year one, like year one starting with a great team. That let's see what J.J. McCarthy's got. Now it's like, well, okay, let's ease back here. And even if we just compare Andy Reid to Kevin Unnell, when Mahomes went to Andy Reid had already been coaching for like 15, like a ton a year. Like just a ton. His resume alone with the Philadelphia Eagles was Hall of Fame level, okay? And he'd already been in the Super. He'd already been in five NFC championship games, okay? So, and he's already coached a million. He coaching Don McNabb, Brett Favre, like he'd already done so much. So all of the mistakes, all of the development, all of the great years, the bad years, to the left, to the right, to the up, to the down, Andy Reid had done it by the time he was with Patrick Mahomes. You can't necessarily say that for Kevin O'Connell. So that alone now is like, there's levels to that, man. There's levels to experience as well. Levels. So I don't think that's fair to use that as a situation. I get it. We can use it as kind of like a signing post a little bit and as a reference point, which I think is fair to a degree, but it's also like come on, let's just chill out for a second. Also remember, J.J. McCarthy is also coming off of an injury, so he actually didn't get to play or develop all season like a Mahomes got to do. Yes, it matters. I can't wait for that no longer to be a talking point because the season is officially starting. People keep trying to fight up against that. It matters. Being actually legitimately healthy and being able to practice and actually be able to work with the coaching staff and the roster and play throughout the season, even when you're sitting for a year, matters a lot more than when you're recovering from knee surgery. It just matters, and it matters a lot. Okay, it matters a lot. Anyone who tries to push back on that, I can't even fathom that. It's got to be people who's never actually played a sport. It matters. And so that he has going up against him, which again is fine, totally fine. So this game, I had already talked about this game from the Bears' perspective, and Caleb Williams and whatnot. And man, this game is awesome. This game is awesome. So happy. It's a standalone game, Monday Night Football. Great way to bring it in. This is Vikings versus Bears, J.J. McCarthy versus Caleb Williams. I think there's pressure on both these quarterbacks to perform. I think the pressure is obviously the most on Caleb Williams. And if J.J. McCarthy plays better and leads the Minnesota Vikings to a win, plays better than Caleb Williams, it is just going to be wildfire. It is just going to be, yep, we are ready to hit the ground running. Let's go. It's going to be a storm for Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears to be like, how did J.J. McCarthy just play better than Caleb Williams? Like what is going wrong here? What is happening here? And I just think there'll be so much confidence. I think, listen, you got to leave the room for J.J. McCarthy to not be great week one. We see week one first ever starts for a quarterback not be the easiest thing. Okay, it's the first handful of starts for a quarterback. It's just not easy. No matter who your coach is, no matter who your team is, okay? Those things matter. Patrick Mahomes, I'm pretty sure, even played a game or so in 2017. I'm almost positive he did. So even that matters. J.J. McCarthy has obviously never had that. He's never played a single second in the actual NFL regular season. So that matters. So I'm leaving the door for him to be like, yeah, it was not a bad first game. And just leaving it at that, I think that would be totally fair. And to try to take that away from him would not be fair. But if he does play like that, which again is fair and fine, I think there'll still be a lot of We got to do a lot of confidence building. We got to really continue to reinforce the messaging to the team, to the Justin Jeffersons of the team and whatnot. Like, the coaching staff, like there's going to be a lot of like, all right, guys, come on. We got to keep working, got to keep going. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. But if he plays really well and just plays like, just solid, just good, doesn't have to be great, but just like doesn't look like he's lost or confused, doesn't make any notable mistakes, like the level of momentum that I believe that you'll be able to build off of that, it'll just be like, all right, like it makes me think of, oh gosh, what's the movie called? The Sandlot. I forget what play it is, but I think it's like when he hits the ball to the new kid. I've seen this movie so many times, and of course I can't remember any of the names right now, but like and the catcher, he actually like catches the ball and they realize like, oh, okay, like he's going to be able to play now, and they're like, all right, let's play some ball. And it's just like this moment when they're just like, all right, we got this now. And there is a moment like that with a brand new quarterback where everyone's just kind of like, all right, like we believe this can happen, but we don't really know. And until it happens, it's like, let's see. And if it does, it's like, all right, man, we got this. Here we go. Let's do this now. And then even when you're going to make mistakes, like JJ McCarthy, I got news for you. He's going to fumble. He's going to throw some interceptions. He's going to throw a ball over the head of a receiver, at the legs, at someone's knees. Like, it's going to happen. He's going to throw it behind a receiver when there was plenty of green for him to run, like it's going to happen throughout the season. Guaranteed that I know. But if you don't already had it, kind of have that success and that momentum, those moments can kind of feel like, this is not good. Whereas if you already kind of have that foundation, it's like, just a bad throw. Nah, just an overthrow. Nah, just a fumble. Strip sack happens. Every single quarterback has at least one strip sack. Like, what are you going to do? It's just different. So, and I think that can go a long way. The earlier you can kind of build that foundation, there's just a belief that really kind of can take root in the team that is a lot more than just woo-woo. Hey, we got to believe in ourselves. Like it's a level of confidence that like fundamentally matters to your team and the team's success. And fair or not, like you're going up against a divisional rival on the road, Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson, like, there is more at stake, I feel, than meets the eye, and can go a long way, can definitely go a long way. So all in all, though, this game is going to be great, man. I love it. We got new quarterbacks in the NFL. Again, I could watch Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes all day, every day. But like new rivals, rivalries, new teams, new players, new quarterbacks. Like, let's bring it, man. Let's bring it. Monday night, let's get after it. Those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Minnesota Vikings? J.J. McCarthy getting compared to Matthew Stafford, Kirk Cousins, and Colin's whole take about, ascent. I guess essentially he better be Patrick Mahomes from the jump. He better be 2018 Patrick Mahomes. Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. It's whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.